All right. There we go. Hey, everyone. Hope you're doing well. We are here, oh my goodness, for an Etsy Q&A. Going to be answering your questions. Excited to jump in. Okay, I'm going to pull up some questions from the Facebook group. And of course, if you have questions, feel free to submit them. Some of you also sent over your questions on Instagram, so we'll be going into those as well. But I hope you're all having a great week. I'll go for Instagram first.
How do I keep the promises?
Let's jump right in. If you have any questions that you would like answered about Etsy, of course, feel free to go ahead and put them in the chat. There we go. Okay. Hey, Nicole. Hey, what is it? Wow Narrow? Wow Narrow, it looks like. Okay, so we have some questions submitted. One person asked, what is your Etsy store? So I will show you. So my Etsy store, we actually changed the name. It was Begonia Rose Co. This is my shop. I changed it to Dylan Jahraus merch just so we could start potentially putting some stuff in here for the students in our program. But this is my shop right here, 26,000 sales, 1.7 million in revenue, and over a 70% gross margin. So that means over $1 million in profit, because that is what matters. So yes, I'll be reviewing shops. Go ahead and put your shop in the chat. Someone asked, shall we follow the new Etsy rules for shorter and clear titles? Will not adjusting hurt the traffic? So clear titles, absolutely stick with clarity and relevance. That's super important. As far as chopping your titles in half and cutting out half of your SEO, I would not recommend doing that at this time. They are not publicly saying they're punishing titles that are using all of the SEO real estate. So yes, just a heads up on that. Okay, we have a question in the chat here. Yes, we'll be reviewing shops on this stream. Someone is 3 months in, they have 25 sales. Oh. Okay, so a good goal is 100 sales a month when you're starting out. When will you receive daily sales if you move forward like what you are doing now? Curious what you are selling. I'm very curious what you're selling. Is your shop Pixel and Frame? Is that what your shop name is? Let's take a look. Possibly. Nope. Nope. Okay. No. Okay. I'm not seeing that. Pixel and Frame. I guess which one is it? If you want to link it here, that'd be fine. We can take a look at it. We had other questions submitted. These were more personal ones. Okay, those were personal questions. Okay. We won't do those. Pixel pars. Okay. There we go. Okay. All right. Okay, so I'm very curious where you are getting the ideas for what you are selling. I'm seeing a lot of the Persian stuff is doing well for you, but the rest is not, doesn't seem to be doing very well? Okay. Yeah. I don't think you'll probably be getting daily sales with this current product mix. Curious who you feel like your customer is with this product mix right now. What we're doing currently, it kind of looks like a lot of what is already on Etsy. So I'm curious where you're getting your product ideas from. We always want to be looking outside of Etsy for product ideas. This is really important, and this is what most new sellers don't do. They go to Etsy, they see what's selling, and they think, okay, that allegedly is getting 10 orders a day, so I'm going to list the same thing. And surprise, it doesn't work out that way. And they end up with a shop that looks like kind of similar things to what other shops are selling, and nothing is really innovative or bringing in trends from outside of the platform. So what I'm seeing do well for you right now is the Persian stuff, which does tell me that some of this vanilla stuff, is not necessarily what is resonating with your customer in the same way, bookish, and it just seems like this is not performing well for you. Yeah, it just seems like these are not performing very well for you. And right now, we're at the end of September. Like, you basically have 2-3 weeks left to sell this. So that is a big reason. This will kind of segue into let's talk about why we don't want to list a bunch of holiday items unless you have 100 orders. It is because holiday items, especially things like Halloween, it has a predetermined end date, which means it's going to die. That listing is going to die. That is not something, it says Happy Halloween on it. You're not going to sell it year round. Something that says Happy Halloween on it. Something with a bat, you might sell year round. Something with a ghost that doesn't say Halloween, you might sell year round. But Happy Halloween sweatshirts probably will not be selling in February. So that listing has a predetermined death date, you could say, on it. So we want to avoid listing things that will not build momentum for our shops, because the revenue history will automatically die at some point here. So that's very quick too. You only have a couple weeks left. So I would say let's focus on evergreen, but I do think I'm noticing the Persian stuff is the main stuff that's selling for you. So I would not be going with this generic live, laugh, love, bookish, cozy, state of mind stuff, cute pumpkins. I would not be doing any of that. Okay. Cool. Let's see if we have any other questions. I see some questions in the chat. Also, we are doing a really great training. I'm doing a class on how to go full-time on Etsy by the end of the year without ads, without burnout. So totally join this class, you guys. This is coming up on Monday and Tuesday. The following week, I'll put the link in the chat. But if you have not been to one of my classes, this is going to be a good one. And it's going to be breaking down how to audit your own shop and how to find the 3 things that are probably preventing your shop from ever becoming a full-time shop. It's not your product. Surprise, surprise. It's not your product, but I'll teach you how to audit your shop. We'll also talk about reverse engineering your income, because if we don't reverse engineer it, you're never going to make it. So I'll teach you how to do that with a financial sales plan. And then we'll be talking about how to get that traffic without ads and strategies that are working right now as of this week. And then the number one straight up easiest trending product that you can sell right now in your shop that will help you become a full-time seller. So those will all be covered, and we'll be talking about the things that will cause your shop to be shadow banned. So definitely click on the link and you just click save your spot. You pick your day and time. We're going to do an afternoon evening option. So 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Central or Eastern, and then 10 a.m. Pacific the next day, 12/1, which is 1 p.m. Eastern. So pick your time, and cannot wait to see you there. Okay. This person says, I found my ideas And by the way, let me know in the chat if you're coming. Let me know. So type here, are you coming? Let me know. Okay. So this person said, you're assuming you have the same issue as that Pixel Pars shop. You found your ideas for products by looking at E-Rank at high search, low competition stuff. Now my shop looks like a bunch of random things. Is this the wrong approach? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I'm so glad you're here. We do not want to pick random niches or random products that allegedly have low competition, high search volume, because Etsy is not public with their search volume data. So how do I know this? Because we have an Etsy software company and it's all about SEO. So we know exactly what information Etsy relays through their API access, and they do not relay total search volume, which is reflecting customer behavior. They don't even reflect that. So all of these search volume numbers are estimates. They're estimates using third-party data providers. So very, very important to note that. And we want to remember this person, hey, it's me is their name here. Etsy is one of the last places to get trends. One of the last places. They get trends 6 to 8 months late. 6 to 8 months late. How do I know this? One of my areas of expertise is trend forecasting. I was just on one of our meetings with our coaches. I think it was, who was it? No, it was Coach Annabella yesterday. She's like, Dylan, I don't know how you do this, because everything that you say will be trending, I then go out and I start to see it later on. It actually becomes a trend. And trend forecasting is something huge that we teach. We teach you how to do this. But you don't want to go to Etsy for ideas. You're 6 to 8 months late. It's like, Pinterest 2019, threw up. We don't want that. So we want upcoming designs, trends, colors, fonts. You guys, even the difference in what is going to be trending as far as like a sweatshirt or t-shirt color, that is changing. It used to be the sand color. That is no longer going to be the trending color. Let's see if any of the trending color are in. No. Okay, we're starting to see some of it, but it's browns. Browns are what's going to be trending. Yet sand is what everyone had been doing, because that was trending 3.5, 4 years ago. So anyways, we never want to look to Etsy for ideas. Oh, Raylan says, Dylan's classes are amazing and so informative. Yes, Nicole and Raylan, you'll be there. Great. Tracy, yes. Amazing. Okay, let's pull open another shop. Let's see here. Okay, this person says, I have 1 sale in 3 months. I just used ChatGPT to help my SEO. Okay, you don't want to do that. ChatGPT is not going to give you customer-centric SEO that is relevant here and now. What can they improve on? They're selling art. Let's pull it open. Okay. What is this? Liz in Liz Creations. If you want to link your shop here, go ahead and we'll pull that open. Fedora, you says, oh my goodness, it's Friday. You said, my customer has discretionary income. I would love to see your shop if you feel that way. Mostly managing, Nicole. I think that's your shop name. Okay, 6 sales in 4 months. All right, so we are being too consistent. We are being too consistent. And what do I mean by that? We are doing a lot of the same thing without proof of concept that people will want that thing. Okay, so I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by that. Perfect. Okay. So what we want to make sure is that anytime we are going with this type of mock-up, we want to have proof of concept that people converted well on that mock-up. Let's say anytime you're doing a design like this, okay, we're repeating it. We want to make sure people like the design. First, what I would do to force the feedback, because we don't want to wait for sales. That is one of the biggest problems, I would say, and reasons that you're not seeing results on Etsy is because we are waiting for someone to buy to feel like, all right, they liked it enough to buy it. Well, if they don't like it, they're not going to buy it. And then you're simply going to have listings that aren't selling and you're not sure why. Instead, we need to force feedback. And what do I mean by forcing feedback? We need to put these listings. I would take literally a screenshot of this right here. They're side by side. And I would say, I would go into a group that your customers are in, the people you want to buy this. And I would say, I can't decide which one I like better. Help. What do you think? Okay. You're not saying you're going to buy them. You're not saying I made them. You're not saying I want to sell you them. You're not linking these things. You're simply getting customer feedback. Okay, so we need to get customer feedback before you ever start duplicating stuff. And then we want to be never doing plain white backgrounds. I'm a little concerned about that pattern. Wondering where the idea for this pattern in the lettering came from. A little concerned. If you're selling something that's embroidered, you want to highlight that it's embroidered. How do we do that? Let me show you. If you're selling something that's embroidered, the value is the embroidery. What do? Do you see how up close that is? It's showing the detail of that product. Right, we're showing the detail. We're going at an angle. Whereas here, we can't even tell these are embroidered. All I'm seeing is the shopping bags. That's the highest, brightest, most contrast thing there. So no more white backgrounds. I would not sell anything like a cherry blossom tree. Remember, we want to run all of our ideas, Nicole, through the 10-step opportunity checklist. So you guys might be asking, what is the 10-step opportunity checklist? The 10-step opportunity checklist is exactly how we know something will sell before we create the listing and put it in the shop. So that is covered in module 2. It's right after our 7 types of products and how to find trends that aren't on Etsy. 10-step opportunity checklist in action. How to know, will an item sell on Etsy? So I know we have not run this through the 10-step opportunity checklist because selling this for $32, it's not going to happen on Etsy. So anything that you put in the shop, run it through the checklist so that you know before you publish that listing, hey, this is competitive. I am competing in every area I need to be able to compete in, and it's worth my time. Okay, if you guys need more help, definitely feel free to book a call. One of you actually booked a call with me for right now. Let me see here. Beverly, if you are here, Beverly, we are meeting about your Etsy shop. Let's see here. Yeah, Beverly. Okay, actually, Beverly doesn't have a shop. And that's fine too. She's unemployed. She wants to generate income for herself. So I'm meeting with Beverly and then looks like David later. But if you would like guidance for your shop, always feel free to book a free call. I'll put the link here. And this is to learn more about how we can help you in our program. You can see our new website too. Okay. Amazing. Yeah, so feel free to book a call with us if you need some help with Etsy. And then, of course, make sure to join our training here Do not want to miss this. There will be also time for Q&A on this training. This is going to be all about how to build up your Etsy shop so that you could go full time with it without ads, without burning out. And hey, even if you don't intend to become a full-time Etsy seller, I will tell you there is nothing better than knowing, hey, I could stop my job and I could do this full time if I wanted to. Having the option, that's what freedom is about. Raylan asked, what are the payment plans for our program? Is it through Klarna or are there other options? There's other options too, Raylan. So if Klarna is not great for you, we have other options too. Awesome. Okay. All right, guys, I have a call with one of you now. Beverly, I will see you in a second. And please make sure to jump into this training and I'll see you there.